Good morning, good morning, good morning. Actually, it's nighttime here. But anyhow, happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing well. And even Daisy's saying hello. Okay, let's get into today's reading. Let's just keep in mind in the forefront we do have the new moon at 29 degrees. Is it 29? 0 degrees Virgo on the 22nd. The day you're seeing this is the 21st, so for you, it's going to be tomorrow. This new moon at such a critical degree, at 0 degrees, is like pure Virgo energy, pure down the business, pure workhorse. Okay? Now, this moon is also squaring Uranus. And so with this square, this is kind of like maybe even surprise emotional outbursts or emotional events that Virgo is trying to tamper and trying to ground. I think this time with this new moon is calling for grounding. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Ha 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 ha. Interesting. We've got truth. Gratitude. The star. Morning star. And this is spirits. This is, so, there are some spiritual truths that are coming forward out of the blue. Some realizations, maybe to the point of trying to give guidance and direction. That you're being called to listen to that inner guidance from spirit. Even if the truth hurts. I feel like some kind of truth is coming out and you're being called to trust that inner guidance. And instead of condemning that truth, instead of letting it paralyze you, you need to be grateful for this truth. Because this truth could be the very thing that keeps you from going down a wrong path. Okay, let's see where this is going. Gratitude's key here. And Spirit definitely has a message for you. And I'm also being drawn to not just Spirit, but the water, emotions. The morning star is that guidance. Okay. You may have been feeling the nudge from Spirit to, I feel like, to avoid something. And it's almost like I'm hearing rejection is God's protection and redirection. And I'm hearing be thankful for that rejection. Because God is trying to direct you or redirect you onto the right path. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. We've got the King of Swords. Man, he's making a lot of appearances lately with the Ten of Swords. The Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Swords. And the Death card. This is loud. This is the decision being made to put an end once and for all. We've got two ending cards. So this is an end with an exclamation point to allowing yourself to be stressed over certain repetitive patterns. This is definitely a repetitive pattern that causes stress. And that's what this is, making that decision to cut those things out and end those things. Cutting these things out, person, places, things, situations, is the key to putting an end to that stress here. Okay. Temperance. 7 of Pentacles. And 3 of Swords. This is coming to terms or having peace with something that has been long-term, seeds that have been planted that may have failed to thrive. There is a failure to thrive here that creates that emotional discontentment. But this is finding peace about it, coming to terms with it, and being okay that maybe this did not grow, this did not thrive for a reason. This is finding peace in a situation that may have otherwise been devastating. Hierophant. 8 of Pentacles. This could be a work-related situation even. And Queen of Pentacles. Nope. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles here. This is a divine pair in the physical 3D. This might even be a work relationship. This might be a situation, a relationship that formed out of the work environment. Could that 3 of Swords be indicating some third-party interference? Yes. But we have a couple here that might be a work couple. You know, some people say, oh, that's my work husband, that's my work wife. But these two, they're not actually, their backs aren't to each other. That's key. So this could be two people trying to work out their differences. Page of Cups. 5 of Wands. And the High Priestess. Well, I'm getting a lot of emotional noise here that evolves around some knowledge. There might be this might be arguments over something hidden. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, she has that 3 of Swords right above her head. That's on her mind. And below her are secrets, things being concealed. But the key thing here is working on something. This is what I'm saying here. That a lot of emotional stress over something repetitive that keeps on happening that feels like a betrayal. But there's a decision, a strategic decision being made here to either transform something or to end it. And, you know, sometimes, oh, the truth. This card's screaming at me. Along with this High Priestess, some kind of secret truth coming out. And I feel it deals with a work couple, work relationship. I can't sugarcoat it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a tactful way of saying this. But something more to this work relationship than meets the eye. Something hidden, something secretive. And the opening here being the Temperance. And I'm trying to find peace with this disappointment, this heartbreak, this betrayal. And if this is your story, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that the cat is already out of the bag. And instead of grieving, needing to be grateful that the truth did come out, being thankful that the truth came out, that Spirit, your guides, God had led you to the truth. And it is by divine order that this truth did come out to make you aware. And whoever this reading is for, this is not the first rodeo. I want to know more about this work relationship. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles right in between. That's work. We have Nine of Cups. King of Pentacles again. The king getting his wish. The king having everything he wants. I'm getting a pompous king who has, like, his cake and eat it too. You know, Ten of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. This is somebody who has the family, but also has a playground. Family and the playground. I've said this, I think, in the last reading. I can't sugarcoat. I got to tell you what I'm seeing. There are readers out here that would dance around about this and try to twist it to make it look like something that it's not. Something more positive than what it is. The situation sucks. Been there, done that. Been on the receiving end of the betrayal and the heartbreak. I get it. And Daisy, hush. I get it. Been there. I've walked in those shoes. It doesn't feel good. But at the end of the day, it was the divine guiding me away from somebody who was extremely controlling. And I couldn't see that when I was in the situation. And that may be you right now as well. But the truth was going to come out anyhow, eventually. The High Priestess can only hide that truth for so long before it actually comes out. Show me the High Priestess. But this is like God's, like I said, God's rejection. A rejection is God's protection and redirection. You're being redirected here. It's kind of fun. We got the Ten of Wands here. Okay? The Ten of Wands is carrying the weight, carrying the load. You may have, whoever I'm talking to, you've carried the load of the whole relationship, all the responsibilities. Meanwhile, there's somebody else in this that had their cake and eat it too. They shed their responsibility. They wanted to play the happy family person. Meanwhile, having their piece on the side. Their work husband or their work wife. Eight of Swords. The Hermit. The Judgment. So and let's see what this one is. Oh, we got two of them. Four of Wands and Ace of Swords. So this is pointing to, the truth to the matter is that somebody felt trapped in this family dynamic, but was afraid of the scrutiny, afraid of judgment by other people. If they left their family, their situation, onto something else that they really wanted. So they stayed where they were, even though they felt trapped in the connection with you. You know, this is just somebody who has that Nine of Wands energy, and I feel like that they cannot stay committed, and I think you already know that. Otherwise, if you, the Nine of Wands will not be showing up here. This is dusting yourself off, getting back up again, and let's try this again. This is that insanity card, trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results without changing anything, okay? And that Nine of Wands, you know, some people see it as being defensive. To me, The Seven of Wands is more the defensive card. This is the wounded warrior, the person that gets up after a fight and fights again. The same fight over and over again. And that's why that Death card and the King of Swords is popping up here, is that God would be very decisive and make that choice. The way to end this is actually moving away from the connection towards what is truly meant for you. And I feel like Spirit wants to, here's the silver lining. Spirit wants to bring a proper connection in for you. But in order to do that, this has to dissolve. And you also need to heal. You need to allow yourself some healing room. We do have Hermit energy here. And that is active healing with the Hermit. Yeah, we do have the Lovers. There is a true soul bond here. Though, Five of Pentacles and the Devil. Now this soul bond could simply be who you're with now. A karmic soul bond. And that has a habit of gaslighting you, the Devil, and making you feel like, and abandoning you. And making you feel like it's all your fault. Meanwhile, they have a sweetheart that their wand is being injected, per se. I know that's a crude way of putting it, but I think the point is walking away. And you can walk away with dignity and a sense of direction. Even if you're not sure exactly where that road leads, trust in Spirit that it has an offering here on a new path that leads to happiness. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helps. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.